Alrighty then. Can you guys hear me? I hope so. Let me make doubly sure. Yep. That meter is moving. You should be able to hear me. Alright. This is my first time actually doing something like this. This is not my first time streaming VR. I am Mike the Zorch, and welcome to this pilot episode of An Old Otaku Tours Japan in VR. We're going to be looking around at a couple of, popular locations from Japanese anime, and maybe a few, before it's over, a few historic locations. Right now, we are looking at probably one of the most famous locations in Japan when it comes to movies and anime and various things. This is Tokyo Tower. This here is Tokyo Tower. We are in Shibakukan. No, not actually. We're in Minato City, Tokyo. First things first, let me talk about a little bit about Tokyo, because the reason why I'm starting this whole series is because there's a lot of misconceptions about Japan that anime fans get wrong, and I wanted to set some things right, because there are some things that some anime fans get wrong about Japan. A lot of things that a lot of people get wrong about Japan because they watch a couple of anime and they think they're experts on it. I've studied into Japanese culture. I am no definitive expert by any stretch of the imagination, and this is really loud in my ears. I'm no major expert on this by any stretch of the imagination. There's a lot of things that I'm going to learn by going through this and learning with me on this whole tour that we're going to be doing. This first one is a live stream, and then after this, every episode is going to be a pre-recorded thing. I just wanted to do this live to give you an idea of what to expect in future episodes. I'm using Google Earth to capture this. Google Earth is an excellent tool for going around and exploring around Japan. Actually, anywhere in the world. But we're going to be looking at Japan specifically because, this show is called An Old Otaku, and I'm a 50-year-old otaku, and this is we're going to be talking about probably one of my favorite countries next to the United States, and England. I like England, although BBC has been on my shit list lately with Doctor Who and what they've done to that show. But I'm a big fan of Japanese anime. I'm not going to be one of those people to say anime is the only thing I watch and it's the only good thing on TV. Well, actually, technically it is, because a lot of stuff that's on TV right now is crap. But I do watch a lot of anime, but it's not the only thing I watch, and I don't think that Japan is I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to call the name of what they are. But I'm not one of those people who thinks that Japan is the greatest thing ever. Their country does have flaws like any other country, and they've got some pretty serious ones. Like one of the things that is wrong in Japan is they have a very high suicide rate, and you would think, why would Japan have a high suicide rate? Well, it's to do with their culture. Specifically their corporate and school culture. The students are expected to really perform big and they're under a lot of pressure when it comes to business, too, when they get into the business world. And Japan has been having a problem with low birth rate. And one of the main reasons behind that is stress. And also because they've got a workaholic problem. A lot of young couples, young people that do get married, they just don't have the time to start a family. Or they just don't start a family at all. And it's because they're always working. They're working themselves to death. And the suicide rate in Japan is very high because of high stress. They're going to have to fundamentally change some of their corporate culture, some of their culture concerning this, in order to eliminate that stress, and then things will balance themselves out accordingly. And they need to do this, and they need to be willing to do this to fix this problem. But that's not what this show's about. This show is about showing off this country, because despite some of the flaws of it, Japan is a very beautiful land. Even with all of this urbanization in Tokyo here, it is still a pretty beautiful country. And I can feel a cat up against my leg. That's Foxy. Anyway, we are here at probably one of the most iconic, tourist spots in all of Tokyo. And Tokyo is a city. Now, this is Minato City, and Tokyo is a megalopolis, like New York. New York is technically a megalopolis. What it is a city comprised of multiple smaller cities. So you have Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and the Bronx. You have all those boroughs, what they call boroughs in New York. Well, those are technically cities. Manhattan's a city, Brooklyn's a city, the Bronx is a city. They're all technically smaller cities that all comprise New York City. Tokyo is the same way. Tokyo is made up of multiple smaller cities. There's the main Tokyo city itself. That's where the capital is. That's where the Diet Building is. We'll see if we can find that and take a look at it. But you got the main Diet Building. There is a major shrine there as well. And then you have the outlying cities and towns that also comprise Tokyo. And each one has different names, just like the boroughs of New York City. And combined together, Tokyo makes up one of the largest cities in the world. I think it's still listed as the largest city. I have to check on that to see if maybe one of the cities in Dubai may have taken that mantle away, or if New York City has gotten a little bigger. I don't know. But Tokyo is listed as one of, if not the biggest cities in the world. And this place is huge. I've actually toured around Tokyo before, and this place is big. You just don't comprehend the sheer scale of this city just looking at it here. You just can't comprehend the sheer scale until you actually get into Google Earth VR and just look around. The sheer scale of this place is amazing. Tokyo Tower. One of the most famous locations. This was built many decades ago. I believe this was built back in the, I want to say the 60s or 70s. I know it was around then because you've seen this in a lot of 1960s, 1970s Godzilla movies. a lot of kaiju films where Tokyo Tower just gets knocked over by Godzilla and other monsters. This has also been seen in a lot of anime. This was the setting for Magical Knight Rayearth and a variety of other anime. A lot of high school anime students would come here and visit. They would come to the observation decks, the main observation deck here. This is not the tallest of these towers in the world. I've been to the CN Tower in Canada. It's a pretty high tower, but you can get a good view of the. We're about. Let me take us down to about the height of the observation deck. So this is the observation deck here, and then down there is the main building where people will come in. You see a lot of buses down here where tourists would come in, students would come in on buses, and they would come in here, and there's gift shops and everything down inside here. Fortunately, I haven't found a way to get inside the building. Google Earth VR. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Don't think we are in that building. We're in someplace else. Okay, that's someplace else. But we can't get inside here. In some places like this, you see, you can actually get in and look around inside. This is some kind of conference going on here. I don't know kanji, unfortunately. I know a little bit of Japanese. Very little bit. I only know enough to say a couple of things, and I'd like to learn more. I'd really like to. Throughout this whole series that I'm going to be doing, you're going to be seeing some weird artifacts. That's because a lot of these images are based on satellite imagery. It's also based on ground imagery and laser scans that were done. Google flew over the cities with aircraft with laser scans of a lot of the buildings. So that's why they have these near, not completely one-to-one accurate, but pretty clearly accurate 3D representations of these buildings. The images are, of course, taken from satellite imagery, which is why you see this. It looks like these rungs here. The metal scaffolding is filled in. And when this does this, like this, I can't do anything about that. That is something built into Google Earth VR that is supposed to keep you from getting. Oh, here we go. That's supposed to keep you from getting motion sickness, but we can get pretty close in and see a little bit of detail. It's not the clearest detail, but you can see a little bit. You can see, some of the structures up here. You can see the microwave transmitters and stuff that's probably for cell phones up here. Cell phones, maybe even internet, wireless internet traffic. They've got some of that. And then the observation deck here. This is, I believe this is a double layer observation deck. There's 2 platforms. You come up through elevators that come up through the legs, just like the elevators that come up through the legs in the Eiffel Tower. Oh, a rather important location in Japan, a location that's been seen in a lot of anime. You see this in Cardcaptor Sakura near the end. You see this in Magical Knight Rayearth. Put in the comments below what other anime you may have seen Tokyo Tower in. I know it's in Tenchi in Love, the movie. I know it's in that. I don't know what other anime it's in that are anime they visited in or things happen there. I want to say this was also in X, that a battle took place in the anime called X. I think it's a thing that might be Clamp anime or inspired by Clamp. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. So let's go down the street and take a look. See how far we can get. Okay, can't go any further. But that'll give you some idea of just how tall this thing is. It's not the tallest of the towers, but the elevator goes. I thought it went up to the leg. It comes straight up and down. But you can see the superstructure of the tower here now, of how it was built. Very reminiscent of not the CN Tower was not built like this. This is very reminiscent of the Eiffel Tower and how it was built. Very reminiscent of it. I would say this was very inspired by the Eiffel Tower. You have this whole structure down here that has probably shops and different stuff down here for visitors to come in. And then you go up, and I think there was I think the original top of this might have had a broadcasting tower for television and radio. I don't know if it does that anymore because they don't have regular broadcast TV anymore in Japan. They do have digital TV, like we do here. We can't go that way, so we cannot go inside this place. And the streets are very narrow. One thing you will discover as we explore Japan is that you'll find that a lot of the streets are very narrow. A lot of them are very narrow. This is not one of the main entrances to this place. Although you see a vehicle here, you see someone walking down here. But you'll find that a lot of the streets are narrow. Let's see if we can get around to the front side of the tower. Very iconic Japanese architecture here of this wall going in here to this structure. You see more of the tower. And I did not need my phone again. Stand by. Yeah, and I apologize for that. I mean, I'm getting back into the groove of doing live streaming. I don't have a way of seeing the chat window at the moment. So I will work on that. Let's see if we can get around to a different part of the tower. See if there's a better view. My headset just reset. Okay, what happened there? Alright, folks, we're getting back to it here. It's a simple thing of getting back to Tokyo Tower. Alright, there we are. And we're back. This is what I like about this. You can actually go into some of these buildings. This is some shops here. Okay, we can't get that way. But there's various shops here. It looks like there is a food stand here. Probably snacks. It looks like it might be. Idea of what it's like. So a lady here with her baby. Well, this was captured with a 360-degree camera by Google. They take cards here. One note: for a long time in Japan, you were viewed with suspicion when you bought stuff with cash. Or big items with cash. Big items with cash. One of the things that the Japanese government has been trying to get people to do is use contactless payment systems through their phone as a more secure way of buying things at stores instead of just using your credit card or bank card. Really trying hard to get people to use it. In fact, I wonder if we're inside the building underneath the tower. This might be. I've never been in here before. So this might actually be inside that building. Let's exit Street View. But we might actually be in there. So let's move a little bit. Okay, we're back to where we were before. There's that entrance to going down before. Let's head back down this way. Before we got disconnected. Right. Before we got interrupted. Another thing I was going to say. The Japanese they absolutely love convenience. They love convenience. If you look around, and I've explored Japan before extensively. I actually went to Narima, Japan, which is a setting for Ranma half, and I explored the streets down there for several hours, running around and taking a look. And I saw these everywhere. Plus, I also saw a lot of 7-Elevens. A lot of 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven has a big presence in Japan. Strangely enough, they come from Texas and they're hardly here in Texas, which is a bummer. They love conveniences. They love convenience stores. There are 7-Elevens all over Japan. There's also other similar stores modeled after 7-Eleven all over Japan. You can get snacks, you can get food, you can get drinks, whatever you think of, magazines and everything. They have those in abundance. And another thing they have in abundance is vending machines. You can find these all over the place. If you look at videos on YouTube of people actually touring Japan, actually going there, you'll see that these are everywhere. You'll even find these out in city parks, and they have no bars over them, no extra special security over them like you will find in U.S. cities. You won't see that. There is crime in Japan. I'm not going to say that there's no crime in Japan. There's less crime, and it's a cultural thing. Most people won't break into these machines. Not that no one does. Most people don't. So they don't put any extra security on these things. And you can buy just about anything out of these vending machines. Everything from hot meals to cold drinks to used schoolgirl underwear. Yes, that is a thing. So we're coming around so we can try and get a better view of Tokyo Tower. Maybe find a main street. We're getting a little off course here. Well, you can't get that way. You're going into a underground parking. I think this is partially for this is for Tokyo Tower. It's an underground parking spot for Tokyo Tower. Some of the sign in English, because they do have international tourists. You can't go down in there, so cool. Down in there. Another vending machine. You'll find that a lot. Still see the tower from here. Yes, we can. I think we're finally getting out onto a main street. Here's a park. Can we go out into that park? No. Here's another main street. That's another good view of Tokyo Tower right there. And a street vendor right here. Him up already. No. Where is he? Okay, he's not in this image. That's the problem with this is this particular stretch of images were probably not taken while that guy was there, and then the other ones coming down that road he was here. That'll happen from time to time. They don't do all these pictures all at once. Basically, Google's vehicle drove through here with an array of cameras all around to get a full 360-degree view, and then view up in the sky from here. And they just stitched the images together for Street View. And as I said, you will occasionally see some strange artifacts from the way the pictures are stitched together in this series. Nothing I can do about that. That's just a consequence of how Google Earth does its thing for Street View. I think we're getting around to actually a more main front entrance. Yes, we're actually getting a better entrance to Tokyo Tower here. beautiful landscape work in this area. See some people walking up. Walking up through here, going up to the towers. There's a lady with her cell phone, with her camera up, probably taking a picture of the tower. Another thing you will see is pedestrian traffic. In a lot of U.S. cities, there's not a lot of places for pedestrians to walk. You notice there's not a lot of sidewalks. It's geared very heavily towards car traffic. That's different in Japan. There's a lot of pedestrian ways and a lot of places where you can go with walking or riding a bike. That's another thing that you will find that is common in Japan. A lot of group of tourists here. I wish I knew, as I said, I wish I knew. I can't go that way. I wish I knew kanji. I'd like to know what these signs say. This is an important area here connected to the tower. Continue up this road, narrow road. Now we're getting a really good look at the tower from below and the structure beneath it, the foundations for the legs holding the tower up. This is an excellent view here. You get a really good view here. You can see a lot of the ventilation for the building here. Ventilation also probably helps to ventilate the tower. They have air conditioning up there as well. Good view of the place here. This is likely where the buses come in. You can see the buses, one bus there. It's likely where a lot of the bus traffic will come in from schools and tourist groups. And this looks like we're getting into the main entrance here, where see, it says tickets. It's for going in, probably for getting tickets to go into the tower itself. And there we go. Right there looks like the main entrance to the building to get in and actually take a look at the tower. This is a good view here. Yeah, this gives you a good idea of just how big this thing is. It's a big structure. Good view of one of the taxis in Tokyo. There's a lot of taxis in Tokyo, just like New York. More underground parking. This is likely offices. Good arrangement of flowers here in the front. There's a car in front of the Google vehicle. This is just one of the image anomalies, as I said, that you will notice from time to time. Over here, image anomalies that you will occasionally see. Good view of one of the foundation structures for the tower's legs. That's big. It looks like solid concrete and steel. It would have to be in order to hold the structure up. Very, very big. Don't know what this thing is. It almost looks like a Christmas tree, but it's not. I don't think this was taken around that time. is a very nice looking tree. And an interesting structure here. I don't know what that is. I don't think I can get closer to it to find out what that is. That could be a little outdoor shop. Maybe a small outdoor gift shop. There looks like something back over in here. I think it's a small outdoor gift shop of some kind. I think. I can't get any closer to take a look at what these are. But these are more, there's signs out here. I can't get closer to see what they are, and I can't zoom. I don't have the zoom controls. Look like it might be advertising for maybe the food court that's inside the building. Possibly. This may be an outdoor thing for you to like get postcards and things like that. That might be what that is. It's not a children's play area. It's definitely not that. More visual anomalies. Someone requested that be blotted out. Whenever you see something like that right here, that's deliberate, because that was Google blurring that out because someone requested it. So that's more anomalies. You'll see this here. This is where images were stitched together. So you'll see that a lot throughout this series. Getting a better view of the building, Tokyo Tower. The sky has changed some. Said some of these are on different days. Some of these are taken on different days. Going up a hill. Get a better view of some of the parking on this side. Some very nice trees all around here. For a place that's such a big city, there's a lot of green in Tokyo. A lot of green. More so than I've seen in a lot of cities. Especially like places like DC. And also, I grew up in Detroit. And in downtown Detroit, it's just concrete. Occasionally, some trees, maybe a little park here or there in different spots. But Tokyo is a very green city when it comes to how much greenery you can see all around you. It's not sterile concrete everywhere like you see in a lot of other towns, a lot of other big, major metropolitan cities. A lot of green. This is probably one of the main entrances. You see another tour bus over here. Some parking. Well, that's Tokyo Tower. Well, let's see if we can find some other iconic locations. As I said, I'm not an expert on all this stuff. I have studied up on Japanese culture, and I've studied a little bit of their language. I don't know the kanji. I only know a little bit of the spoken language. Hardly any. I can say hello. Alright, now let's find National Diet Building. try to do that again. While we're waiting for that to load, what I wanted to go to the National Diet Building is that's where the Japanese government is located. That's their equivalent to the Capitol Building, where their parliament is. Japan has a similar government structure to England, where you have the emperor, who is still the emperor and not technically. I don't know specifically if he's just a figurehead or if he's still technically emperor, but the civilian government rules instead. That's how England works. England works where the queen is still technically in charge, but she allows the civilian government to rule in her stead. But she can at any time legally assume full control of the government again. We're not getting anywhere with this. So let me try and find a different place. Just do Tokyo proper. All this here, see this here? This is Tokyo. All this build up here, that's Tokyo. I wanted to get an idea of just how big this place is. That's Tokyo. Saitama, Nagano, there's Osaka over here. Where's Kyoto? I don't think it's showing here yet. Let's descend down. Tokyo. Alright. This place is big. So let's find that building again. Has a valid location. Has an actual street address location. Why isn't it going there? Chiyoda City. Let's do that. Now, one of those images you can only see in one spot, just like the inside of the building. This is an entrance to the temples. You see down here below us is a temple. I don't think this is the main temple for no, this is, okay. I'm getting this place mixed up. This is the police station. Well, it almost looks like you're out in the country over here, doesn't it? Okay, now, Capitol Building. The Capitol Building is not hard to miss. Let's see if we can find it. It's got a very iconic look to the building. It's not difficult to miss. The National Diet Building. It is somewhere here. Wrestling. It's not sumo. This is sumo's on a different stage. This looks like more your traditional WWF style wrestling, which is also popular in Japan. This must be a local. This must be a local thing because it's not a very big venue. Basically like the kind of wrestling thing you have in your local town. This was taken by somebody with a 360-degree camera. This is definitely a baseball diamond. Baseball is actually still a very big thing in Japan. Baseball's not as popular as it used to be in the U.S. Not as popular in the U.S. as it used to be. But in Japan, it's still a very, very big pastime. I don't know what team plays here. I'm not big on what teams are what in Japan. I'm not a big sports person. Diet building. sakura trees are basically cherry trees. And Japan brought a bunch of these to the United States and gifted them to Lady Bird Johnson, which is why there's a lot of sakura trees in Washington, D.C. There's an entire whole area of Washington, D.C. that is just nothing but cherry trees, and there's a cherry tree festival in Washington, D.C. because of it. I keep getting that messed up. The pre-recorded thing I'm going to do will be a lot better than this. Masks, that is a thing, and that has actually been a thing in Japan. I've seen that a lot. You'll just see that on Anime Day. Sometimes you'll occasionally see in China and Japan on the news, you'll see them wearing masks. Excuse me. Either from allergies, or because, they got a cold and they don't want people to get it. So they'll wear it out of courtesy. That is a thing. It's, again, a part of their culture. They'll be generally nice to each other. We'll learn a lot from that. I wanted to show you guys the, wait. Is that? No, it's not. Crap. Wanted to show you the Capitol building. The Diet. I'm probably way off from where it's supposed to be. Would recognize it the minute you saw it, because it's been shown in all sorts of anime and also in a lot of kaiju films. A lot of those. You've seen it in a lot of those. So it's a building you just can't miss it when you see it. No way to miss it. Park benches in this area here. Very green city. Very We're actually there. Trying to get it to come up. something I'm not an expert on, definitely, as I said, I'm not an expert, is geography of Japan. I know a bit, but I'm no expert, as I said. This is near the Imperial Palace, where I said that Japan has an emperor. Well, this is where he lives. And I do not know if he is a figurehead specifically, or if he is still technically in charge of the government, civilian government, because he runs the country instead, just like Britain. Not too sure about that. I've studied up on it. It was never really that clear. I'll have to brush up. It's been a while since I've actually read about it. I have to brush up on that particular part of it. There's a few things I'm gonna have to relearn in this process. Here's another observation tower over here. That's a big one. I still don't see the iconic dome of the diet. Supposed to be somewhere near the palace, the Imperial Palace, but I don't see it. I do not see it. It's something I will work on for later episodes of the series. I'll see if I can get this to show locations. I can't seem to find here. I definitely had some kind of technical problem just a moment ago. So we'll see what the heck's going on there. In here, some areas near the palace. You know how you can walk around by the White House? Well, you can do that here. Again, more beautiful sakura trees in Bulbul. Or cherry trees in Bulbul. Well, I'm going to wrap this up with one more location. If I can find this. Hard time. But I remember the name of the place. Damn. I don't remember the name of the place. I was going to put that in. It's one of the most famous locations in all of... It's one of the most famous locations for Otaku in all of Japan. That iconic building that Kumite is housed in. Oh, damn it, I don't remember the name of the building. I'm completely having a brain fart here. I used to know the name of the building, but now I don't remember it. Oh yeah. Okay, what self-respecting otaku would not visit Akihabara? I mean, seriously, if you're an otaku and you're visiting Japan, why aren't you visiting Akihabara? I mean, this is the mecca for geekdom here. You have shops that sell anime and manga and stuff that and toys and video games and cafes, maid cafes. I mean, anything and everything otaku is here. This is the mecca for otaku here. I wonder if we would see some cosplayers. Okay, this is one of those. It's not a street view. See if we can get a good street view. Surface street here. There we go. Last time I explored around Japan, I looked at Norima, which is the setting for Ranma half, and what I found is there must be very different zoning laws in Tokyo, because even on, back streets with houses, I was seeing small cafes and restaurants there. You don't normally see that around here, just sitting nestled in among residential houses. You don't often see that here in the U.S. So I was wondering if Japanese zoning laws might be a little different. Let's get back over here. Left. Akihabara proper. Parked there. I have no idea. I've seen that a lot, where people just find the most amazing places to park. Here we get a good view of the vending machines that are all over the place in Japan. See if I can get Oh, I found something. Looks like this might be a sweet shop. Candy. I think this is definitely some kind of snack shop. Looks like lots of snack foods here. It's definitely some candy. Shops here, a lot of them closed. Might be the end of the day for them. Perfect Suit Factory. Now this is a shop. A lot of them closed. You've seen places like this in an anime before, where they'll just walk down these little streets and you'll see shops all over the place. Yeah, those are real. Those are very real. Game. Haha. This was I think these were mentioned in Lucky Star, these places. It's a sort of like a GameStop that doesn't suck. In Japan, it's a GameStop thing. I think there's also stores in the UK called Game that, from what I understand, suck. This is definitely a eatery. Small arcade here. Suit company. Business suits. Clothing shops. A lot of shopping in this area. Oh, Tato Game Station. That's what it is. That's what this place is. Tato Game Station. Forgot about that. The other thing must be a different name. See if we can find that around here. May have to leave that for my pre-recorded series for that. Murasaki Sports. You see a lot of closed places. Some shops that are open. Looks like a lot of things here. I can get a good close up view of this shop. Some of these are open. These might be hardware places, it looks like. the whole city of Akihabara is not dedicated to otaku stuff. It's just an isolated location within Akihabara that is that. But this gives you an idea of what some of those streets are like around here. McDonald's, what is it? 24-hour? Damn. 24-hour McDonald's. We're lucky to have a 24-hour place here. Well, we do have a 24-hour McDonald's. It's at a truck stop. But one in the middle of the city like that? Wow. So, stop it here. This middle of this intersection here in Akihabara. Actually, this is Taito City. We've left Akihabara. But this is the pilot episode of a series I'm doing where I'm going to be just traveling around, looking at iconic places in Japan. About the history of the place, talking a little bit about what's there, showing you in VR the street view, and and the view from up here of what this place looks like, and talk a little bit about my knowledge of Japanese history and culture. As I said, I'm not an expert. I've had some technical oopsies and some of the stuff I very much wanted to show you the Diet Building. Really did. For some reason, Google Earth doesn't want to go there. I don't know why. You know the building when you see it. It's one of those places where you know it when you see it. You've seen a ton of kaiju films. Of anime. It's that iconic white building. It's got a slight dome on top of it. That's where the Japanese Parliament is. I wanted to show you that. I very much wanted to. We'll be visiting a lot of other places. We'll be going to temples. We'll be going to historic places. We'll be going to iconic cities from Japanese anime. Because a lot of the cities in anime are real places. Visiting places like Kyoto, which is full of historic sites and temples. We'll be visiting more places in Tokyo here. Very places. I will find the Capitol building and I will show you around the building and everything. And we'll find that place and I will show you the grounds and everything around it. And I will give myself a recap on a lot of the stuff that I read some time ago about the Japanese government and how it's structured and run. Because I did study that. I'm having a brain fart because I used to know that stuff. I'm having a brain fart right now. So, this was just a live introduction of what I'm going to be doing. Pre-recorded stuff's going to be a lot more professional than this, a lot better. Not going to have any of the technical issues that I had earlier. And I hope that you enjoy the series, that it will be informative for you. I'm going to try to include a lot of stuff that is very anime-centric-ish, but I'm also going to do stuff like covering stuff that pertains very much to Japanese culture that a lot of people get wrong because they think that it's a certain way in anime, and it's not. It's just that's the way they did it in the anime. It's not really that way in Japan itself. So, covering that. So, I hope that you really liked this video, this live stream. I hope you liked the series going forward. It's going to be a lot better than this. I wanted this to go a little bit more smoothly and everything. I had redone my entire room, and so everything was a shambles, and this was the first time in months that I started my VR headset. Now, I didn't get a chance to do it last night. I collapsed last night, getting some other stuff done, and I was having some issues with my Bluetooth receiver just before I went live. So, here's hoping things go better with the recorded version. So I will have the first pre-recorded episode out in about a couple of weeks. It may not be a weekly thing, because this is probably going to be a lot of work to put this together. It's a lot of research, and then getting this thing to behave to get to the location where I want to show you. And then we'll go from there. Happy Pandaful Days. Oh, righty then. Anyway, to thank you very much for watching, everybody. Again, I can't see the chat in VR, so I don't know if anybody's saying anything or if anybody's even watching. But I did post in MeWe that I was on with this. And oh, I hit that. So watch for the announcements of future videos from this series. I've been Mike the Zorch. Thanks for watching.